Welcome, everyone, to Season 11, Episode 17 of The Will Read. 17. She was just 17. Yeah, Ian is here. He's just, I think he changed. He told him to strip on camera, but he's being lame these days or something. He's shy. It's not, something's happened to Ian. I don't know. Not the same as he used to be. But we'll get to that. Anyway.
It's the man boobs.
Yeah. So anyway, so before we get any further, we did do like a gigantic giveaway on the app formerly known as Twitter.
That was crazy, by the way.
Yeah, and I think people misunderstood what I was doing because I am dyslexic and I think I just typed things wrong. So I was giving away one book and people were like, "Oh, you're giving away an entire series." It's like, no, I can't afford that shit. So I wrote in the comments down below. It's like one book. You have to pick a book of your choice. But people were like, "You're giving away all the books in hardcover." I was like, "No, I'm not spending that much money." But yeah, we did have. Let me see. How many people did we have enter in? We had 1,000 or 1,800.
Wow,
2,000 people enter.
I mean, hey, we could always say we're giving away all of them.
Yeah, I didn't say the post did not say all of them. It said it said I'm going to give away a hardcover Wheel of Time book, not books, book up for grabs. There was no S there, and that was on purpose. Just one book anyway.
All the books I would.
So the winner will pick the Wheel of Time book of their choice. This is my.
It's the same one that we always do, but hey, we love the interaction. Thanks, people.
Yeah. So I am here to announce the winner. So I did have to do a lot of counting because I usually use this website called random.org. And normally it's like 200 people enter. So it's like, get 56. I have to count 56 names down. So actually, luckily, it was like 132. I did 1 through 1,800 or whatever amount it was. And the winner was Original Human _. So congratulations to Original Human _.
Congrats.
You're a winner. Yeah, so I'll have to let him know after the show's over that he won. Yeah. And you pick a book. And I'll send it to you. No matter where you are in the world, unless it's one of those weird countries that we can't send stuff to. There's a few of those.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, like North Korea, Iran. I don't think we can ship to Iran. We might be able to, but North Korea we can't. I know that much. Yeah, I didn't see it.
We can send it to South.
I think it's all the books of your choice. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Iris. The original human one. Yeah. And Ian's back, and
yep. Sorry, guys. I am here.
Right on time. So yeah. So fun times. I will continue to do these giveaways from time to time. I think the next one I'm going to do is on Discord, so we'll keep it in the family. So join the Discord. But for nothing else, just for giveaways every now and then.
Yeah.
I'll give myself. Maybe we give away merch next time.
Yeah, we haven't done merch in a minute.
I haven't done merch in a while. We give away books. People like books. People like merch too. But yeah, merch of your choice. We'll do that next sometime soon. Maybe next month. We'll see. Anyways,
Team Pater shirt.
Let's do books of not your choice, where we go to thrift stores and just buy random books and send them to people.
We can do that. We can do like Brandon Sanderson style, where like he goes to Barnes and Nobles and signs other people's books.
Yeah.
Oh. Really?
Yeah. So he did this thing like Patrick Rothfuss that did Name of the Wind. Is it the General Ambassador series? Is that the one that? No, he does not General Ambassadors. King Killer Chronicles.
Okay.
Anyway, he did this thing where like he called him up and was like talking about doing a book signing, and Patrick Rothfuss was just like, "No, I don't do book signings, blah blah," all that kind of stuff. And then Branson's like, "Well, fine." So he went to Barnes and Noble and just found a bunch of his books, Patrick's books, and signed to Brandon Sanderson and all his books, and then posted it like on YouTube as a short or something like that. And then Patrick Rothfuss went to a Barnes and Noble and found a bunch of Brandon Sanderson books and signed his name in a bunch of Brandon Sanderson books and left them there. So like two famous authors just going and signing each other's books, which I'm sure are worth a lot of money.
Cool. If we could get both of them, that'd be great.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
It's pretty collector-ish. That's pretty cool. Anyway, my kid doesn't know that she works at a thrift store. How did you not know you work at a thrift store? Like, is it like a
really nice one? We have some around here that has some really nice stuff in it.
There are some bougie secondhand stores. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't even know it's a thrift store. Yeah.
Like we have thrift stores around here that has like Gucci and yeah, like we know what side of town to go on when we want to buy nice stuff.
We call them antique stores.
No, but these are Goodwills. Like people take their stuff to Goodwill. It's crazy. Yeah, the Waxhaw area.
You got to get the nice ones. There's around here the Habitat for Humanity has 3 stores. And I mean that's more like household stuff, but like you find some really good gems in there.
Oh yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah, some good stuff there. Read that again, Alan. My kid does that now. I dyslexic does that now. She works. Read that again. It's not my kid doesn't know. It's I am dyslexic, so you know what? Yeah, read that again, Alan. Thanks. My kid
Alan
does that now.
Special.
Doesn't know. I switched around. I can't read. You're right. You figured it out. That's why I listen to audio books, Audible, because I can't read.
Are you okay, buddy? Do you need a hug?
He just finished working out. His brain is just catching up to his body.
Oh man!
I just did a set right before I came on. I'm like,
I feel you.
Yeah.
When I do leg day now, twice I got to have somebody with me while I'm doing it because twice doing squats I've almost passed out. Like yesterday I was fine when I finished, but when I stood up to walk away, like it was stars, everything got blurry. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You're holding your breath.
And I'm going deep in the squat, so like I'm holding it for a long period of time, and it's I gotta change how I do that.
Guards.
Right.
Force you to breathe.
Yep.
They have them on Amazon now.
Yep. You're right.
Cool.
I bought one because I bite my tongue.
Trouble is, you don't realize you're doing it till afterwards, and you're like, "Where'd my vision go? Why is everything tingly?"
Anyways,
I do the dangerous thing too with chewing gum, which can turn out really bad if you take a deep breath while you're doing it.
No, depending on how much weight I'm doing, I'm breathing like I'm in labor. It's like a Lamaze class. It's very intentional. So I have had gum in before and almost sucked it down. So I make sure to spit it out before I lift.
Yeah. Fun times. So personal life, what's going on in you guys' world?
My Tuesdays are crazy.
Okay.
Starting today until mid-March, because my day of the week that I see the kids in the evening is normally Wednesdays, but I'll just go like pick them up. We'll do dinner, go swimming, whatever, and then I drop them off. We switched that to Tuesday because that's their basketball practices now, and I coach one of their teams, and the other team has to practice late. So now they're also staying the night. So I go into work Tuesday morning. It's one of my days in. Then I go straight to Williamsburg to pick them up, and then back to Richmond for 2 practices back to back. And then we get back to the house. It was like 5 minutes before this started, and they're doing their bedtime routine right now. And I don't know, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
And then in the morning, I got to take them to school in Williamsburg and then go back to work down at Fort Lee. So Tuesday, Wednesday is like, pow.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, it is though. Like,
yeah. I mean,
I'm during the basketball season and football season's kind of like this too. And later in the spring, I get a lot of time in the car, so it's easier to get the audiobooks. Or like the cry therapy sessions.
Yeah.
So there's more time for that, which is good.
Yeah. You guys get snow this weekend? We did.
Oh, we got a ton. Williamsburg got better snow on this second go round.
Yeah.
They had almost 6 inches there.
We had like 2, but it was enough to make like a really awesome snowman. But the way it's positioned in my yard and the way the sun sets, like half of it's melted, so it's like melting.
It's like a little Picasso-ish.
Yeah, cool. Because the house blocks the sun as it's coming out in the morning, but then when it comes out in the evening, it's like full sun on one side. So it's like it's slowly.
That's funny.
Yeah,
it's great. Yeah,
we totally did not get but like an inch of the 6 inches we were supposed to get.
Yeah,
it was disappointing. All the snow literally went to Virginia.
I gotta notice that we're supposed to get flurries tonight. But I'll be honest, after surviving the earthquake earlier today, I don't know that I can handle a blizzard.
See, you didn't get 6 inches and you're disappointed?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
It's got to be at least 6. All right, I'm not worried. I'm checking that block. I'm fine. We did get an earthquake today. Did y'all not see that?
I didn't see
No, I
that. No,
did
we
not
did.
miss that.
Richmond got an earthquake. I didn't think of it until people started talking about it and they were mentioning the time frame, and I was like, oh yeah. I was like, I just figured I was near where a train was going by, but now that I think about it, I was nowhere near train tracks. That's all it felt like. It was like a little low rumble, little shaky,
Yeah.
but it felt like you were near a coal train that was going by. That's it.
Mhm.
It was like a 2.9 or something.
You doing all of that construction, they're disrupting some ancient burial site, and
we probably blew like 4 more water pumps or something, and we're gonna be out of water for another 2 weeks.
Do you remember the Great Virginia earthquake of like August 2012 or something?
I survived. There's like one chair falling over.
That was that one I felt that one. That was actually a bigger one, but in earthquake standards, any earthquake in Virginia is like
a big deal. Yeah,
like it does a little shimmy, and you're like, oh, there's something. No, that's crazy. Yeah, we're not on a fault line, so it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So yeah, I built a snowman this weekend. That was fun. Other than that, nothing else is really going on. Do you even have?
No, we don't
plow?
have.
No,
there are no
plows. There are no
we
plows.
do have salt trucks.
We have salt trucks. Yeah, they do salt, but there's no plows.
We got like seven the whole of Virginia, and
yeah, if we get like 2 inches of snow, everything shuts down.
Yeah,
because
that's why we get excited. Even the word snow and more than a 52% chance, and it's shutting the whole city down.
Everything's shutting down.
Yep,
it's crazy. It's fun times.
That's
they
nice.
They used to not.
Anyway.
They used to not. They used to let make people drive in the snow, like even to work. Yeah. Like I remember, I used to work at a company, and they actually got sued. I used to work in Richmond, and this was probably 10 years ago now. When I was working there, when it happened, and they made people come into work, and it was snowing, and someone got in a wreck on the way to work and got injured. They didn't die, and like fortunately, they didn't die, but they sued the company.
Endangering employees.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think Ian's frozen.
Is he?
This is oh, there he goes.
No, I'm not frozen. It's just if I go off this screen at all, it freezes up. But I could still hear y'all.
Okay.
And I won't do that often. It's just my one. I think I told y'all before. I need to get a new laptop because I can't use my work one for this anymore, and my personal one is kaput. So, but then on my phone, I've got a bazillion messages I haven't responded to today. So, I'll try not to be distracted. Sorry.
You're gonna make funny faces if you're gonna click off.
Yeah.
And then click off. It just freezes. Yeah. Perfect. All right. He's frozen like that. All right. Let's go.
On my side, I've had stupid. Yeah, I get sick this time of the year. It just is what it is. Like December through February, between sinus infections and flu-like symptoms, it just kills me. And so, like, I was even struggling about tonight. I was like, am I really going to do this? Or not? But I am here because I enjoyed the chapters. I enjoy the company. And I've been doing a lot of sleeping. So I'm like, I'm going to stay awake. But yeah, the last couple of days have been just crud. So my weekend was like, okay. Like the little bit of snow we did get kind of shut down the activities we were going to do. And so we just stayed in the house and we were chilling. And then I thought something was going on Saturday, but we literally were just like in the house doing nothing. And then Sunday we did church and came home and we're in the house doing nothing. And then Sunday evening, I was like, man, I feel horrible for some reason. Then Monday and Tuesday or Monday and today, I just been kind of out of it. So yeah.
Sounds about right.
It's my week. And then Norvo or whatever virus is going around, and I work with people all day. So always great.
Fun times. Yeah. Cool. I think that's it for we were like super early. Like going into
for being late, we're kind of early.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's because
Well,
It's because my life is so boring now. I don't have a whole lot to talk about. With
nothing.
I know, so work is going to be getting crazy. Y'all don't want to hear about that. It's boring stuff, but we have a very short amount of time to execute a very large contract, and it's getting nuts.
Yeah. We're about to have a new government, so things are going to change.
How are you feeling about all that? Yeah, tell me how you really feel
about work.
About everything getting crazy. Is it?
It is what it is. And it's going to be what it's going to be.
What is it?
No new relationships or anything like that. I'm diving deep now.
No, we don't want to get all emotions.
Yeah, well, now I'm kind of teetering in the, like, I'm just going to commit to being single.
Emotional damage.
And I'm not doing the, I'm going to be single for life now, but like, not in a rush for anything. And there's a couple people I'm kind of talking to, but no,
I feel you.
It's tough.
Yeah. Well, any 9s out of 10s? Look at that segue.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of 9s and 10s, but they're crazy as fuck. There's one already talking about how many kids we're going to have. And I'm like, now I know why people ghost people. I used to think that was so messed up. But now there's a couple where I just stopped responding. I don't even have anything nice to say.
Stop.
I don't know what to.
Anyways,
what happened when it's gonna
you played yourself.
Yeah.
That part.
I did download a clip just for the 9 out of 10 because I know Ian's favorite time when you hear the word 10. It's.
I gave it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
I still got wood. You left out the best line.
I know. A 10.
Oh my gosh. I used to say that all the time. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
The Varsity Blues.
Varsity Blues. Anyway, 9 out of 10, chapter 33. 33. All right. We start out with Elaine gagged, blindfolded, and tied into a knot with her head between her knees.
Kinky.
Let's say, what is she into?
Hey, we don't.
Hey, play that clip again. Play that clip again.
I gave it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
Yes. Keep that clip on standby. If I wink at you, just that button.
Yeah, but we don't kink shame here. We kink ask why, or kink ask how as well.
Kink curious. That's it.
Kink how? Kink ask how.
Lots of stretching. That's how.
Lots of stretching. Anyway, so she's not afraid because of men's viewing. And
that's gonna get her in trouble. I feel like men made a mistake telling her that.
Yeah,
we've had this conversation. She might go into a coma, whatever. Like she won't die
because it keeps coming up. I'm thinking more and more that they're looking at it the wrong way.
Yeah,
definitely. Little too confident. Otherwise, why does Jordan keep bringing it up?
Yeah. Suddenly she feels Brigitte leaping closer, and she feels more people begin to channel, and all of a sudden, like, her shield vanishes, and the wagon comes to a stop, and Brigitte's there. Yay!
She's just
like, wagon. Everybody's like, "Woo! Yeah!"
She's like, "It took you long enough." Brigitte's like, "Really? That's what you have to say to me? Really?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well,
I kind of like the little jab there, and it works too because since they have the bond, like Brigitte knows that she's not really mad, like it's just a little razzing, so it's nice.
Yeah,
it is.
Took you long enough.
And again, it goes back to that whole like last episode. It was like, hey, maybe they planned this, and now we're like, no, they didn't plan it, but she had all the confidence that if something did go wrong, Brigitte had her back. So
yeah.
We'll look at it from that angle. I like that angle.
Yeah. She also sees Gaibon there and actually thinks for like half a second of making him a warder as well. Like, he's a third warder.
Mm-hmm.
She already has 2.
Why not have more? I mean, she's a green.
She is.
Does she have 2?
Rand
Yeah, Rand and Brigitte.
and Brigitte.
She
Min,
does
With that,
bond.
is the Rand
Elaine,
the Rand
and-
bonding is the same as like a water bonding?
Yeah, because Elaine, Min, and Avienda bonded Rand that way together. As
Yeah.
one.
I don't
So
know
the girls-
why, but I thought theirs was different.
It is
Than like
different
a-
because
than
it's
like
a
a water
triple bond to the, but it's still the same bond as a water bond. It's just
Okay.
3 of them connected. There, it's weird. It
No,
is
you're right.
different than
That
any
does
other
make
bond.
sense. I don't know why in my brain I just did not. It wasn't. You know, your brain puts stuff in categories.
And
It was not
No,
in the water
I-
bond category.
Yeah.
I kind of
I don't
agree
know
with
why.
you. It wasn't in that category for me either, because if that's the case, then she didn't have 2 warders. She's got 4 warders.
Yeah, but
Yeah, like, how does that
but
work?
she didn't bond them. She just included them in the bond to Rand.
Yeah,
So, I don't know. It's weird.
I
It's
mean,
a weird bond.
In my mind, they're all connected. They all
Okay.
feel the same feelings and emotions. They all know when each
Right.
other's near.
Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna put an asterisk next to that one.
So when you got
Well-
3 girls and 1 guy in a room, like how does that work? Where's the bond? You know,
How many cups?
How many cups?
Yeah, that's the next question. That'll never disappear. Not while we're alive.
Yeah.
I can't wait till River is a little bit older and I could show him that video and get his reaction.
Then you
He's-
gotta
I
show
mean,
the joke one with like the soft serve ice cream. There's like one where I think it's Will Ferrell. Or
Oh
someone.
my
It's
gosh,
Funny or Die.
yeah.
It's Funny or Die. That they have the cats.
Yep, it'll be funny again.
Yeah. So then she goes to the prisoners because they captured a bunch of them. And they're like, how could they find you? And she's like, yeah, my warder. You guys didn't think about this? Like, wait, you got a female warder? And they're like,
This is different. This is
yeah.
new.
Wait, I'm curious. Let me ask questions. That's
Well, and that was literally the reaction. Like, here they are, all these black sisters. They've all been bound, and they are all under her control. And they're more curious than anything. Like the fact that they're jammed up and about to go be put in prison or whatever, captured. That's kind of like secondary to.
One of them was
Arguing-
poo-pooing on it a little bit more, and then the other was like, hold on. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, and then they were like arguing amongst themselves. They were literally just like,
Yeah.
"Ugh, whatever, we get trapped. Okay, whatever. And like,
Yeah.
shit happens. We'll make it out eventually. I think. I hope.
Shit does happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as all that's happening, she orders them to be gagged, taken away as soon as possible. And Brigitte then informs them that Armilla is currently attacking the formatting gate, and that the other high seats are marching towards Camelin as well, and that basically Camelin's under siege. And Elaine's like, "Great, we just brought this whole army in, so let's go." And I love this line: "Let's take him from the rear."
Yeah. Literally, that was her strategy.
That was literally the line.
What I liked, and I guess we
Thank you for clarifying,
somewhat
Jason.
knew this, or at least it could have been inferred, but Elaine wasn't trained like to physically fight the way Gawain and what's his face were. She was in like all the classroom type lessons that he got as far as strategy and tactics and da. So when Brigitte and Elaine are going back and forth on like what they should do, Brigitte recognizes right off the bat, Elaine's no slouch. She knows this stuff, how to move people around the battlefield and the strategy and whatnot. So that's kind of neat,
Yeah.
Correct. And she's ready to march into battle. Like she's gonna get into the stirrups. She's riding in, and nobody's gonna stop her. So that was, her moment. She's like, "We're gonna do this. We're gonna win. Like we got this."
Yeah.
Hey, friend.
What's up?
I told him to flex, and he went, "No, no, throw them guns up, bro."
It's okay.
No.
There we go. Now you're blocking him.
There's dads. We're yours.
There we go.
Ah.
Why is he more tone than you?
Why
Good
is he
night.
more tone?
Why is he more tone than you?
Well, you can tell I work out, but I also don't say no to cookies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody got tray cookies. I'm about to eat 3 or 4 of them.
You might want
And
to
then we
watch
don't-
out. Like I think he's coming for you.
Yeah.
And he swims a lot more, so
Yeah.
that makes a big
I
difference.
bet you can outswim you.
Yeah, he and I are kind of neck and neck. I could still beat him on like 25s and 50s. River can dust me in the pool. It's not even close.
Yeah.
I'm trying to rile you up. You're very difficult to rile up when it comes to kids. You have so much pride. I'm proud of you as a dad.
I don't
yeah,
let them win, but when they finally beat me, I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I did my job.
Exactly. You know, pass the
Yep.
baton.
Yeah. It's tough with it being the dad. Like, I don't want to ever let my kids win at anything, but also you don't want to like dishearten them. So like, I try to make
Right.
lessons out of it. Like, so give you an example. Like, my son wanted to play chess with me tonight. My son's 7.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I
still haven't lost to any of my kids in that.
Yeah, it was 4-0. We played 4 games, but each time I like told him like where the moves went wrong and like what he was doing wrong and like different strategy and things like that. So that's fun. But I'm like, yeah, one day. I still remember when I first beat my dad in chess. Probably like 13 or 14 years old. Like, and I've been playing chess for a while, but it was like a big moment because my dad never let me win.
Yeah.
So, and even though I won once, it was like a fluke, and it didn't happen again for several more years. So, like now I can consistently, but like back then, no, it was better. Just don't use your queen. That's not a smart move.
Yeah, to say.
not early.
Only
yeah, don't
one
use
I
your
use.
queen. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Please do that playing against me. Don't use your queen.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
and we use our queen here. She went to battle. She had a bunch of guards around her. You know, she rode a horse that wasn't hers. She was like, you know what? It might belong to a black sister, but the horse is not bad. It's all about the person that owns it. I'm good. Gonna ride this horsey.
Yeah.
It's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
There's a racial joke to make there, but I don't know that I'm in the mood.
Winning is okay as long as you don't get in your kid's face. It's in your face.
I thought you were supposed to hit him with the booyah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Booyah.
You haven't seen Monopoly with me and my nephews.
Checkers is over. You flip the table. What were you thinking?
Oh, when I had the Monopoly board and I own everything and I have all the money, I'm like,
roll the dice, punk. I don't want to roll the dice. There's nowhere to go.
I know.
You like put the dice in his hand and then tilt it over.
It was
Gotcha.
funny. The last game we were playing, like every time I made a move, it's like, is my king in danger? I was like, not yet. It's about to be.
Oh, that's great.
And that was Brigitte's fear for Elaine that she's gonna rush.
But no, they get around to the backside of the gate, and the gate's still holding, and they're able to sneak up a little bit, but they soon discover the fighting begins, but it's pretty fast. Like I said, it's within about
it was a 30-minute battle.
30-minute, yeah.
Yeah, they thought it wouldn't last that long, but it was a 30-minute battle. And
how about like the banner men that come flying out to like engage, and then you see 2 little midgets on horseback come out behind them like, yeah, let's get them. Hello, Elaine. We're gonna go get them. And then like nobody's letting them fight.
There's 100 men in between them and the battle, but they're there, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yes, you're fighting, my lord. You're doing a great job. Don't let them move.
You give the kid the controller, and it's not connected.
The controller without the batteries. You're doing it, bud.
You just shot that guy. You did a good job.
Oh man. Let me at him.
So after that battle, they're brought before Elaine, who tells them that their ransom will pay for the war they've caused, that their houses will have to pay for everything. And then a couple of the houses proclaimed then support the ones that were on the fence to Chacon, and now they have 9 out of the 10 houses needed for her to ascend to.
Yeah, with the Silverwing, the Caramel, and Sylviana. Karine, I think, was the one who said that she would stand for them. So it was a nice little domino effect as they got Aramilla and her 3 captive. And then a couple of people that were on the fence came over, and they're like, all right, we're here. We got you. And she's like, all right, we're good. Is it Bron and Anshar or whatever?
Yeah. People that you be careful of though, like people that just wait to see which way the outcome's going before they clear sides are the first ones to turn
Yeah.
backs on you. So it's
But they did put it in writing, so as long as it's in
Yeah.
writing, it's legit, right?
right. Yeah.
You
know
still
what's-
can't trust those
You know what else
folks.
is in writing? The Geneva Conventions.
Yeah, we follow those. Totally follow those. Yeah, you're not allowed to double tap, so we do controlled pairs. We just come up with a new phrase of like.
I mean,
No, I mean, never mind. No, we don't.
we've talked about it before. A lot of the Geneva Conventions were created because of what Canadians did in World War One. So it's we can blame Canada.
It sounds absurd, but when you start reading it, like Canada's funny. They don't want to fight. They really don't. But if
Yeah.
you make them, like if it gets to that point,
Yeah.
they're like, you made me leave my country to come over here. All right, that's it. That's it. Like, didn't they have the longest sniper shot for the longest time too? I feel like
For
we
a
just
while,
we
yeah.
just recently took that from them not that long ago.
Yeah, one of their tricks they did. I tell you the canned food thing. You know, they're in the trenches.
Oh yeah, that's so messed up.
Would throw canned foods over to the Germans that were starving, and they would do it for like weeks. And the Germans would start running over and get the canned foods, and then after weeks of doing it, they'd start throwing grenades. Like,
You can't bait
this is
the
why
trap.
you have the Geneva Conventions, because the Canadians.
Yep. It's also why you can't hunt over bait in America. Same thing.
Yeah.
Can't be putting that corn out and be like, come on.
Come on. Unless it's private land, right?
Yeah. Wink.
That was perfect.
That's pretty good.
I was like, what just happened? The more you know. I was, oh, okay. That's what happened.
No, actually, private land. Yeah, you're not allowed to bait. But the thing is, they call it deer corn. And they sell them at the store, but like you're not like
Yeah.
literally you can go to a hunting shop and buy deer corn, but
Mhm.
you're not
Well,
supposed to
did
use it
you-
for the deer.
No, well, no, it's not during hunting season, not while you're hunting. So you get them, you can feed them at a season and get them used to coming to an area.
Yep.
But you just can't hunt over it. Well, I don't know.
No, it works. It's the exact same concept. Keep
Yeah.
them coming, keep them coming, keep them coming. It's season. Gotcha.
Kablooey.
Yeah, my next door neighbor used to do that all the time. 'Cause he used to hunt duck off his pier next door.
Yeah.
And he would
And then
literally
maybe-
on the off season be sitting out there with a bag of bread every single day, feeding the ducks. And then ducks would get
Fattening
used to
them
it.
up.
And then once duck season's up, he'd just get out of the dock, and all the ducks would come up to him, and he like had no bread with him. Just one shotgun. Just,
Good Lord.
we're having duck for dinner.
Wah, wah.
So yeah,
Or-
my next door neighbor growing up.
yeah.
He was an interesting guy. Anyway, yeah, duck hunting something I have not done before just because it's too cold and it's too early in the morning. Like I had clients that wanted to do duck hunting before and they were like, hey, you should come. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go. And they're like, yeah, so I'm gonna pick you up at 4:30 in the morning and we're gonna go out on a boat in the middle of January. And I'm like, I'm good.
No.
I've got this thing. What? Yeah, it's called sleeping in. Yeah,
Sleeping period.
staying in the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Exactly. So yeah, so that's how we end this chapter. So
Yay.
yeah,
It was a long chapter to get to a small little thing, which was a win, a big win. Got 9 out of 10 votes.
Damn.
And so she literally just needs one more.
Yeah.
And we completely go to a whole nother storyline.
We do. Cup of calf
Now, is this
with Creed.
do we think it's coffee?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
It is
But a fancy, like, yummy coffee.
I had like
A specific
Yemen
bean.
coffee, and they don't just do the bean, but they also do the stalk and stuff. Man, it was so good.
I've had
never
Kopi Luwak before. The cat shit coffee that they make in Indonesia. That's really, really expensive.
Mm,
Yeah.
that.
I've had the elephant and then the one that looks like a meerkat, but
Mm.
it's ocelot. It's no, not ocelot. It's something else.
A
Looks like a
Luwak?
meerkat.
A Luwak.
They're good.
A Kopi Luwak.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. The elephant one was really good.
Okay. I had the elephant one.
So
yeah.
yeah, really good coffee. These generals, what is it? Herat Karif? Is that how you pronounce it?
Creed.
Karif. The guy, the general that's not the general.
The Banner General is Gamal Lewin, but it's for Farouk Khalid.
Yeah, that name.
Yeah, he enters into the camp. There's 80 men there and 21 gardeners, which we get to see how the other Ogier live.
That was really cool. I really found that super interesting. First off, the fact that they call them gardeners was quite funny. But it was like in my mind, and what I heard is just like big ass Ogier with axe and plate 3 times the thick of that of humans.
Right.
Like you probably shoot it with a bullet and it wouldn't go through.
Yeah.
Death Watch Guard.
Yeah.
So yeah. And they also have Soldam and Damani as well. But
so
no Rocky.
I guess them being away from there, do they have steadings? I'm assuming they have steadings, but do they have steadings?
Yeah.
And so I mean, they're not like going war crazy. They're still rational folk. They just like to fight now. So I wonder if they were ever peaceful, like the Ogier in this area.
So this is a question that's asked. How many books will it take till they get the last house? This episode.
Yeah.
I was gonna say either I did one too many chapters or today.
This episode.
In my mind, though, something shitty is gonna happen. Like I know it's not but at the same time, we have so many books. We have so few books with so much girth. I'm like, something horrible could happen.
They're thick. The last 3 are thick.
I'm like, something horrible could happen in between what we read at the end of this little group of chapters and even the beginning of the next book. So
yeah. So you like the idea of the gardeners, the big Ogier?
Yeah, I think they're dope. Like I was super excited to see that. Like I want to see them in action. I'm really sad. I was like, I get the flashes of things, and it was like, I know this has nothing to do with Wheel of Time, but with Sanderson stuff being halted, I'm like, I hope they never halt Wheel of Time.
Here you go. Fun fact: Shanshan and Ogier do not experience a long game. They never lost steadings in Shanshan during the breaking.
Oh, see,
it's on the other side there.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah. And that kind of goes like I hope that we get to see this side of the Ogier when the show gets there, if the show gets there, and in a few years. Like I'm excited to see how they soup them up, what they look like. Like I hope they're bigger than the Ogier that we see loyal. Like I hope they're twice loyal size or something.
Yeah.
In my mind, they're beasts. Like they could take a human and just like
rip them in half.
Like it's the image that's in my mind. But they're still peaceful. They still got fuzzy ears. And,
and they still have the same like low talking voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if they need to fight, they can fight.
So so Creed's there because they're trying to come up with a plan to rescue Tuon, and nothing else really matters, and that's why the Death Watch guards.
And nothing else matters.
Now, the Death Watch are not the most liked group.
They're not. Yeah, there's a rumor that the Death Watch guards have fake High Lady Tuon, and a lot of people believe it. So that's going for them too.
They still like get a reverence when they enter the camp, even though everybody kind of gives them all the eyes, but they're still like on guard near them. They know they're the elite guard. When our main guy Karif or whatever goes into the meeting of all the generals, nobody really salutes him, but they all realize, okay, this man's got some weight.
Yeah. And I can't think of like a similar example though, like because special forces are so revered, at least in the U.S. military. Like I can't think of like a case where you have an elite force and the people are like, it's them. Like, like I can't think of an example.
The FBI.
Cops in a black neighborhood.
Wow.
I can say that.
Oh no. ATF.
Okay, there you go. ATF.
That's not even joking. Like, I don't know anybody that likes them. like,
Why?
like you were formed because you want to help the government get taxes.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally kind of the direction.
Mm-hmm.
Drugs and firearms that are not legal, we can't tax. So,
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
ATF's weird. It's when I had a friend that owned a brewery, and I was talking to him about it, and he was saying it's so weird when the ATF agents show up because you're like, oh wait, you're here because alcohol. It's just what like
Right.
you have to do your inspections. That's just weird.
Right.
and they don't care about anything. Like it's like they don't care about how it's made or anything like that. Just make sure you're not breaking the alcohol law. Like that's all. Like,
Right. Yep.
care less about anything else. Like that's why. Like alcohol in America, like FDA has no authority over it all. You put whatever you want into alcohol in America because it's not controlled by the FDA. It's the Food Drug Administration. It's controlled by the Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearm Administration, which is Department of Treasury. At least it used to be. I think it's Department of Justice now. But anyway,
I don't know what any of them are. They're about to get shuffled up, it seems, anyways.
Yeah, who knows?
Oh,
Anyways, so after all that,
pray for us.
Gamel sends out his officers when Creed enters. Yeah, Creed explains that he merely wants to know about the recent fights in Altara, and that's when they bring him a cup of calf.
He's like, I'm not gonna take your people. I don't want your troops. I don't want your numbers. I don't want your resources. I just need information. The guy kind of like breathes a sigh of relief. He's like, I thought I was about to get caught up in some crap. Didn't want to be. Thank you.
Yeah.
And he's like, he brings him the calf, and he's like, well, aren't you gonna sip with me? He's like, I just told you I don't even have enough for you.
Yeah.
But you want me to sip with you?
Yeah.
And they end up having 2 sips each.
Yeah, I mean, he's compelled to offer him some because not offering is an insult. But
right.
He's like,
it'd have been bad.
Yeah. Yep.
But the fun part, can we talk about well, for me, the fun part of this was them talking about how they're getting shellacked by this gargantuan army that they can't seem to find. That's everywhere and nowhere. Who do we think this is, Chris?
Not only that, there's 20 to 30,000 of them, and they have to have a number of Aes Sedai and Ashaman all. Now,
yeah, at least 30, maybe more.
30,000. That is giving them a run for their freaking money.
I love it. Yeah. And the Shan, they're no slouches, and they've got the air superiority, and they still can't find them.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, they don't have their most superior people fighting. They're on the way.
Yeah.
Right.
But this is an elite group here, and they're also like, they're this close to finding who they want, though.
But they have bad information too. So, like, yeah, it's led by some guy named Tom Merlin, and I bet his real name's like Gareth Bryn or something.
or Abu Mar Chigard or something.
Chigard, yeah.
I was like, what is that name? That's the first time I've heard that name.
Wait. Were they did they just have bad intel? I thought the way they were talking, they thought they got intel from Tom Merlin.
Wait,
no, they thought it was run. They thought
Aljamar. Not that's Lord Algorithm from like book 1.
Oh,
yeah, remember Lord Algorithm? Yeah,
I forgot. Well, I heard the name.
Okay,
5 years ago.
Yeah, Chigard or whatever.
He's the Lord of Faldara.
That was a long time ago.
That was a very long time ago.
It's just really bad analyst. Yeah,
but
really bad.
Yeah, they thought
bad intel.
They think the whole thing is being run by Tom, and Tom is just a fake name for either Gareth Bryn or
one of these great commanders.
Gotcha.
Lord Algorithm.
Yeah.
So, and clearly Tar-Valon sent their absolute best to try and get their queen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Tar-Valon's got nothing to do with this shit.
Yeah. But yeah, they said, new troops are being sent through. General Chisen's in the lead. Creed thanks him for the calf and then leaves and tells them that they're going to march towards the Narrows. The Malvidi Narrows.
Yep.
I mean, do we feel like they're going to catch up to Matt anyway, though? I think this group is. I want to know that. I want to see the interaction when they finally catch up to Matt.
But Matt does have Ashman with him and he can travel, so like it's.
I still think.
Yeah, like you can't catch up; they just disappear. Like.
Yeah, but I really do think that Matt's gonna run into this group, and then that's when our girl is gonna be like, all right, these are my people. Matt, chill out.
How far is Matt from Gamelin?
It's a great
That's a good
question.
question.
I mean, if they somehow ended up over there, that'd be kind of cool. And like that, they join up forces.
Matt's
Whatever.
near where's Matt net close to right now? He is he in Altara?
Near Altara, yeah.
Nearish.
Yeah, he's nowhere near Gamelin, really.
No, okay. Well, never mind.
Yeah.
And we don't really have enough time for him to travel too far.
He can travel using gateways, but
that's true. Anyway, all right, scratch that idea.
Yeah. So anything else from this before we move to the final chapter of the night? 35?
No, this is just a fun chapter because we get to make fun of people because they can't realize they're being outsmarted by Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. Whoever's in charge, it's their finest commanders. They're super smart. I mean, they're really well led.
So
to
the
be
importance.
fair, Matt is one of their finest commanders. So.
Yes, Matt is. Yeah, 100%.
He's got the brain of 1,000 commanders wrapped up in one. So.
Mm-hmm. So chapter 45, the importance of Dylan.
Ooh. Chapter had me thrown right until the end.
Yep. So Elaine's sitting in a small sitting room with Dylan and Mistress Harvard, giving an audience to Rinshar and Lady Arthella's grandson. He's the messenger.
Yeah. He's like, we got people that want safe conduct to enter Camelin.
Right.
And she's like, this is an insult? Should I take this the wrong way?
Right.
Should I be okay with this? All right, we'll give them safe conduct. Whatever. Tell them to come on in. Whatever. What do they want? What do they need? Let's get this over with.
But she's mostly leaning into not good things. Like they're gonna come and ask her to surrender.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
She was trying to conceive of like what this could be about, but most of her thoughts are it's not good. But she also can't really say no. You want to know what it is they want. What are they offering?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they requested an audience discuss Borderlanders, and there's a whole entire giant army outside at this point. It's bigger than her forces, but they're also outside the gates. There's something about walls that are pretty strong when you're dealing with conventional middle-age type warfare. Walls worked until the fall of Constantinople, 1490.
Sure. You could have told me.
No. 1450s, right?
It was the boom sticks, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was cannons.
Yep.
Cannons. Yeah, the Ottomans got cannons and they took down the walls of Constantinople. And now it's Istanbul. All right, now it's
Istanbul, Constantinople now. Istanbul. Even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just like it better that way.
Yeah.
I never learned that part of history.
1453. That's what it was. Yeah. I think it's 1450s. 1453. Yeah.
Yes, you were right.
I was close. 1453. Before 1492, when Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Yep. And rediscovered Americas.
And rediscovered. Yeah.
Did y'all hear my dryer just finish?
I did.
Yep, dryer's done.
Dryer's done. Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. At this point, when they all leave, Elaine asks Dylan if she would accept to become the queen, but Dylan refuses, saying that Elaine, the daughter heir, has more connection to the Dragon Reborn, which may be useful.
Dylan's like, I have my own house to run. That is more than enough. I am fine with that. Yep. I have made up my mind. At the end of the day, I've watched you grow from a child. And it was touching. Yeah, like Elaine even had like...
It was sincere.
Yeah, it wasn't the hormonal tears and the hormonal imbalances that she's been having because of her pregnancy. This was oh my goodness, this is a person that has watched me and she does have belief in me. And, then her anger kind of got riled up a little bit and everybody thought she's going to blow her top. And then she kind of calmed down and her mood was shifting. But
yeah,
Dylan was like, by the age of 15, I knew that you would be the best person for this role.
Yeah.
So
Mistress Harper then reports on spies. Explains that the Black Sisters are David, Halen, none of them given useful information. Elaine then suggests using a torture, because that always works.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
then what's her name?
Put him to the question.
Yeah, she wanted to kick the spies out, and she's like, "No, we know the spies that we have. I'd rather them stay in our service, get paid by somebody else. At least we can keep our eyes on them." So she kind of turned her into her spy master without even really thinking about it. So
Yeah.
you know.
So in the afternoon, the nobles finally arrive in the palace. Elaine greets them in the grand hall. She's wearing the coronet of the daughter heir, but she's not sitting on the lion throne.
No. We also hear about the mercenary she's putting to death.
Yeah, we do. Good point.
Good call.
I skipped over that.
Yeah, it's important. Like she is doing all the things she needs to do to solidify the fuck around and find out mentality. Like I told you, like now I don't have to pay you either. So
yeah, and we skipped over Birgit going on about the pain of losing Guidal Kane, and they had a little moment. Yeah, anyway.
It was a little moment.
It was a slight moment, and again, another one.
But they were talking about her not drinking, right? Wasn't that part of it?
Yeah, she stopped drinking out of solidarity, essentially, and because she was tired of drinking herself into oblivion over her losses, and she's kind of slowly dealing with it in her own way. I mean, she's literally losing lifetimes worth of her mind. Like, it's kind of crazy and scary.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, afternoon, nobles show up. Dylan's already there.
I think she's gonna get spun back in and get her memories back at some point.
Ooh.
I think something will happen the next time the horn is blown.
Yeah, I'd hate for her to lose everything like that, because then her literal life would start when she's pulled into this realm. She wouldn't know anything else. That would not be good.
Yeah. So, where are we?
We're all over the place, but we're at the point where all the
nobles are coming in.
Nobles come in.
Yeah, Dylan says that she stands with Trekant, but won't claim the throne. Luan still wants a truce to deal with the Borderlanders. Elon.
We forgot her getting checked up. The woman even tasted her pee.
Yeah, that's right. That's gross.
That was a little bit gross. Like she made her strip. She put her on a scale. Then she made her pee. Then she looked at the pee. Then she tasted the pee. Then she talked about how good her son would be at the job, but there's no way a male could be a wet nurse, i.e. a gynecologist, which we know.
Yeah.
At least it's not true anymore. And then, she also told her that she needed to make sure she was reading to the babies and singing to the babies.
Because they can hear them, yeah.
Yeah, because
that's true.
Then she gave permission for her to have good food. She's like, you don't have to have bland food anymore. You can have real food. Like, it's okay. Just no alcohol.
Yeah.
That's that moment of solidarity.
Yeah.
So,
although she was talking about having goat cheese, and that's one that you're not supposed to have.
Yeah.
No?
Like feta and
any fermented cheeses or any cheeses that are uncultured. Like, yeah.
Why? Germs, I guess? Bacteria?
No, it's a bacteria issue with the fetus. Yeah. So good.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I like goat cheese.
They'll give you a long list of things not to eat.
Oh, well, I can eat it.
You're fine. It's not a long list, but there's a couple things you ought to stay away from when you're pregnant.
Sushi.
Sushi.
Yeah, no raw fish.
I'll be eating sushi in front of her whenever it happens.
There you go.
We got Mr. Tokyo where it's all you can eat. She can eat the noodles.
Yeah.
That's mean. I wouldn't really do that.
Yeah, eventually Elaine does pull out the card of Aes Sedai rather than anything else. Yeah, that's...
Well, because they were questioning why she was making decisions to do X, Y, Z, and you're not the queen, so what gives you whatever authority to do blah, blah, blah. And she's like, well, I didn't do it as a queen. I did it as a... Look at the ring.
She's specifically dressed with, her normal garb. She had her little crest on, and then she made sure she put the Aes Sedai ring on, because when they came in there, their whole thing was about the Borderlanders and how they needed to form an alliance and have a treaty. And she's like, I'm not queen. I can't treat with you. She's like, we can. They're like, all right, well, let's have an agreement then, since you're not queen, but you are in the throne room. So yeah, but I'm not sitting on the throne. I'm like, yeah, we acknowledge that, but we got these people knocking on the door, like 60,000 warriors or something. Like, they've got more people than all of us combined. We got to have a treaty. And she's like, well, when I was over there talking with them, and when I gave them permission to come through the lands, they're just trying to get to the dragon. They're like, wait a second,
You did what?
Queen, but you did what? And she's like, that's an Aes Sedai, bitches.
I got authority.
They even ask her what she's going to do with the Black Tower, and she's like, as long as they don't break laws.
She's like, I'm not queen yet, so I can't do anything about
it. I'd be checking them out. Yeah, I sent some people to walk around, and
I love how she kept throwing that in their face. I'm not queen. Like, I can't do nothing about them. Like, why don't I do something about them? And they're like, oh, this chick.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm one vote away.
If you give me the vote, then I can do all the things you want. But
And she's like, but like I said, like
right now,
I ain't doing nothing.
Yep. So, but after all that, eventually, she gets
They all folded. They're like, all right. Was it Pandora and Noriel or something like that? Stan. Those are the first two, and it was like, boom. She's like, oh, wait a second. I am queen.
There we go.
I got real big. Her eyes got big. She's like, I want the biggest feast.
Yeah.
Because I'm eating tonight. Yes, I already ate.
Yeah, I think it's the first two that as Abel and Luan are the first two to stand, and then after that, they all just like dominoes.
Yeah. The only one that I don't feel like really like wanted to fold right away was the one that she was having the main part of the conversation.
Ellarine, I won't stand. Yeah.
And then she
had a little bit of a tude.
Yeah. Well, she says she won't stand for Trakan, but she'll fire. When Tarmogoyf comes, she'll fire the line of Andor.
Yeah. And that was and then a lot of them were announcing their support for Dylan's support for Elaine.
Yeah.
And that's what she noticed. She's like, I already knew I had to keep Dylan close. Now I definitely have to keep her closer and keep her happy because
and she's got to have to work to win those other people over because they're clearly not there for Elaine. They're for Dylan that essentially told them to do that.
Yeah.
So. But that's the politics of it. She's in a good spot and she knows what she's working with.
Yeah, she literally is like, all right, guys, we're going to head out. Everybody come together. Let's go ahead and start putting a plan together. And
come together.
In my mind, a whole crew of people just kind of rolled out.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they went to do. She's like, all right, I got to get coordinated. Like, coronation happens tomorrow morning.
It's Coronation Day.
Oh, yes.
It's Coronation Day.
Did you time this with the inauguration on purpose?
No.
Did you look at the spreadsheets and go, all right, let me line this up?
I did not, but
that's why we did 3 chapters instead of 2. Is that what the end of this book is going to look like?
I don't know. Is it? Are we staying with Elaine for the end of this book? Just Coronation Day? Coronation Day. It's Coronation Day.
It's be the coronation, and then like people are going to get medals. It's going to be like that. Which Star Wars movie is it when it's over and with the Ewoks and shit?
It's Return of the Jedi. Yeah. It's also New Hope. They have the same thing with the ceremony and there was.
That's right. Yeah, super cheesy.
Only Empire Strikes Back is the only one where it's like the more somber ending because Han's.
Yeah, the Empire Struck Back.
Yeah, because Empire Struck Back.
That's it.
Yep, that's it.
That's it.
It's the end. So, anything we missed? Anything you guys want to talk about?
No, I keep going back to I hope this is the end of this part of the arc. I hope Elaine is queen now.
We wrapped up some arcs. Done. The Fail Perrin arcs wrapped up now. Elaine looks like it's wrapped up. Yeah. There's still a few loose ends here and there that we're.
Yeah, we got to go see what Land's doing. Is Land collecting people?
Land's just starting.
Land's just starting.
Matt is in the middle. Tom is just
Matt could be close to the end.
Yeah.
Oh, so if this book ends with like Matt getting his girl where she needs to be, but then Rand also showing up and everybody meeting everybody, like there's a lot that could be happening there.
because I mean we already have. We
Because
got
the three of them have not been together since book 2, I think it was.
yeah, and we got
Rand and
no. They came together at least once, kind of for a moment, didn't they?
Not all three.
No, you're right.
Mhm.
They were
No, not since the Great Hunt.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, I think once after the Great Hunt, they all split in different ways. And they've cut like 2 have come together here and there, but like never. Was it book 4? Okay. When in book 4 did they all come together?
Yeah, in the stone.
Well, the parent wasn't there in stone.
No, because he traveled to Perrin. That's right. They haven't all.
I guess in the very
Oh,
beginning. In the
yeah.
very beginning of stone. You're right. You're right. Beginning
Yes.
of TSR. Yeah, you're right. In the very beginning, after they took the stone. That's right.
See, if we needed you, even for
I'm gonna
that
have to
last
trust you
little
on it because
I
You're
do
right.
That was
remember
years
them
ago.
all coming together for just a little bit, and then immediately Rand sends them to different
some places. Yeah. Well,
yeah,
Rand and Matt go to the Isle Waste together,
Yes,
and Perrin goes
Perrin
back to Tours.
yeah.
back to his house.
Yeah,
That was so long ago.
that was a lot.
It was years ago. Literally, for them it was months. For us, it was years.
That's years. It's a very we were young pups.
Mm.
5 years ago when we started this.
I might have still been on the boat.
You might have been something. I don't know. Yeah.
Threefold land.
That's
Alan.
threefold land. I'm sorry. Amis. Not the Isle Waste. It's threefold land. I'm sorry. I have toe.
Yep, and Naive, Elaine, and Tom go to Tanchico, and now we got Tom and Matt on their way ish to rescue.
I have toe.
Yeah,
I haven't done
that's
that in a
right.
while.
Tom and
Wow.
Matt going to get
To go get
Moraine.
That's
Mhm.
coming.
I mean,
You know, I bet you. So like
that could happen at the end of this book. We could get it. We could take a quick hard turn into that.
Looking at the chapters of the titles of the books.
Oh yeah, what are the chapter titles?
No, I'm not even talking about chapter. I'm talking about the
Book
title
titles?
of the next, like of the.
Oh, the actual
Chanel's
book.
ahead of me. So like looking at the titles of the actual book, I think we have a whole book in between. Moraine getting freed.
Uh-oh. Wait, what are the next 2 books?
The Gathering Storm, the Towers of Midnight, and then the Memory of
Towers
Light.
of Midnight?
Mm,
In my mind, Towers of Midnight is kind of
yeah, could be.
I hope
And-
not, but it could be.
And then Memory of Light is the last one. Memory of Light.
Okay.
I feel like
Um,
Moraine has to come back in the beginning of the next book, just because we need that build up.
Yeah.
But if these books are as large as they say there are, then the next book might be all about Perrin and Rand, and then the book after that might all be about Matt and Rand, and then the last book is when they all come together.
Okay. Cool. So
Wait, when Moraine comes back, she needs to come back like Gandalf the White. When she comes back, she needs to be like 10 times as powerful as when she left. That's what I need to see.
On a unicorn behind Tom the White.
Yes.
Okay.
And I want some Aes Sedai that was mean to her before to like try to talk shit, and then she just go pink and like send her flying.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, oh, Moraine ain't messing around.
Okay.
All I know is her and Tom are gonna make pretty babies.
I believe it. I'm convinced.
That's a great question though. I was thinking it was kind of funny, but at the same time, it's like when the aging slows down for the Aes Sedai, are they allowed to have babies at a longer span? Like, could she actually? I know it's not really going to happen.
Yeah,
it could. It could.
They're definitely going to get together.
Fan fiction.
Yeah,
fan fiction. There you go.
Tom and Moraine.
Favorite character.
The 2 tiny dudes in gigantic armor that could barely stay on the horse that come out to fight the good fight. Let me at him! I'm a fight for you, Elaine! No!
Yes.
Dylan.
Dylan.
I'm giving it to
Okay.
Dylan this go around.
That's a good one.
She's a
Yep.
woman of her word.
I'm gonna give it to Brigitte.
Yeah, she showed up.
I give you that. Brigitte did her thing. She did the right thing. She's
Mhm.
always been by Moraine's side, but
Yeah.
Dylan
Mhm.
could have taken hold of this at any point in time.
She let it play out, and she stayed loyal where she said she was going to, and
It does seem like Elaine's been pregnant for years.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
forever.
forever. The fact that she's not even far enough along for them to even be concerned about the baby coming.
Yeah.
It's
Or
crazy.
there's no heartbeat yet. They can't sense a
there's no
heartbeat.
heartbeat.
They
They're
said
like,
that was gonna be like a couple weeks. So I was like, oh, this is still early.
Yeah, like how long? Like, isn't it like 3 months to get a heartbeat or something? Like,
Until you sense it, probably, yeah.
Well, I know you could usually find the wiener at like 20 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can find 20 weeks is when you.
Sometimes you can
heartbeat's
see it
tough.
before then. That's why they wait to 20 to check for sex. Or check for genitalia. How do they even phrase that now? Whatever. Let me not go down that road.
It is forever.
Yeah.
I'm sure. As something that I've never experienced, I'm sure it feels like forever.
I could tell you how many cheesecakes and Chick-fil-A sandwiches I bought.
Yeah.
It is only 6 weeks into the pregnancy before you can detect one. She's only like 6 to 8 weeks.
No, it's before. That's when you can detect with the ultrasound. Not this is. They don't have ultrasounds, so this is when you can. Yeah.
It might be a little.
It might be a little
bit later.
A little longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they just stick their ear on her belly, and it's. Dun, dun,
and then she gets kicked. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Crazy.
So next week we'll be finishing the book. Yeah.
Hey.
So we have 2 chapters in epilogue, and there are chapter 36, Under an Oak.
That's gonna be a loyal chapter.
Loyal's getting married.
That would be dope. That would be a great way to.
Loyal already got married.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Vows.
See, I'm thinking there's got to be like a great big ceremony, but
There was a ceremony, and then they got attacked.
That's true.
Alan,
that's not
you're missing what I'm saying. I want this gigantic celebration, but you're right. It's
right.
by the way they do it, they've done it.
They've done it. Chapter 37.
But I still think it's loyal though. Like him at the stump, giving his speech.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a good way to end it.
Prince of Ravens.
Oh,
chapter 37 is Prince of Ravens.
Oh, that's about the dark one.
It's about a messenger, like the messenger of messengers.
Ooh, thought and memory.
The dark.
Who would that be?
That's a great question, Wadaholic.
And then epilogue. The epilogue is called.
That's what the Great Oak is all about.
Did they consummate?
That's the Great Oak.
That's the Great Oak. Remember the old saying. That's what the epilogue's called. Remember the old saying.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
Yep. That's what we got. That's what we got to look forward to next week.
The Prince of Ravens has got to be the dark one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe our friend comes back, the one that died, the one with the skull face. Did he come back yet? I feel like Beelzebub is going to come back.
Okay.
I mean, he's brought back other ones. Why not bring him back? Was he killed by a Bellfire? I can't remember. It's been so long.
Who is the Prince of Ravens?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
The dark one, or maybe was Ballsy killed with he was killed by. He's
gone.
Yeah.
No, Ballsy came. Okay.
He is back, right? He is back.
We confirmed that already. More.
Yes, but like he has like done
more death.
Morden.
Yeah.
Morty.
Maybe Patton Fane is the Prince of Ravens.
We haven't had a chapter.
We haven't had Patton Fane in a long time.
And now he's kind of
dagger.
Is he free? Like the power of Mashandar no longer exists, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's right. So maybe we do get a little taste of him and what he's become now.
Yeah. Ballsy, Ishmael, and Morden are all the same people.
Okay.
Yeah.
It gets confusing after 5 years.
I know.
It was confusing after 5 months.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It still continues to be confusing.
I'll make the statement again. Sanderson's a much easier read because I know who everybody is. The names are completely different.
It's not the same names over and over
Same
again with
name
one
over
letter
and over again.
change.
Yeah, like that part. Anyway,
Anyway,
but you have all
so.
this driving to do. You need to get back into Sanderson.
Yeah, I got no excuse now.
Yep. All right. So that's what we're doing next week. So fun times. We're finishing it up, and we will have a guest as well. So
Ooh,
yay,
who is
guest.
it?
Someone's been on our show before.
Oh, okay. I mean, that person's still special.
They are always. So
Always.
I'm looking forward to it. Just because I haven't talked to them in a very long time, and I miss them. So
Yeah.
it's not a mod. So let's be
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, because I talk to my mods all the time. We have our own Discord chat. So
Mm.
anyways, so that's all I kind of got.
Oh, the last of RJ's words. That's very true.
What's that?
This
The last of RJ.
This is the last of RJ's words. Yes.
And then we're reading Sanderson.
I'm reading Sanderson. Well, no, that's not 100% true. There are entire sections of the last 3 books that are RJ's words.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Yeah. So
Because I was wondering how that worked.
Yeah. So I mean, he had extensive notes, and there's entire sections that were written by RJ that are in the books. That
are we going to be able to tell, like, or after you tell us, will it be kind of obvious, or like when you were reading it, were there parts where you were like, you felt the transition?
Sanderson did a pretty good job of blending it. I mean, you can tell when it's Sanderson. Let's put it that way. If that makes more sense. Like sometimes you can't. There's certain Sanderson parts that feel Robert Jordan-y, but there's some parts that feel not Robert Jordan. If that makes sense.
Right. That's just straight up Sanderson. Yeah.
Okay. Right. And we don't know all the parts that RJ wrote because it's never been released to the public.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But we know that we know some parts are 100% RJ.
Cool.
You just don't know which they are, but people have their good guesses at this point.
We know some parts 100% are. So like the ending is written by him. And there are some certain parts that were part of his notes. We know that, but there's a lot of parts that we don't know how much is Brandon and how much is that. Yeah. Only Brandon Sanderson knows that. And there's still secrets that are being released from that all the time.
So, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Want to play a game?
Mm-hmm.
Who wrote this? Yeah. None of us know. Anyway, yeah, there's literally a room full of notes. So so fun times. How you can be found is at wheelreads.com. You can find links to get like merchandise and stuff. You also can join a Discord where that's the next giveaway is going to be done on Discord. So join it if you haven't. Merchandise, Patreon, support us. Woo! We'll give you shout outs. We'll dedicate an episode to you. There's a bunch of stuff I got to do for Patreon too that I just haven't done because I've been trying to just catch up and doing podcasts. So I'll get there, guys. One day.
We still have 3 years left.
We still have 3 years left. We'll catch up with everything. And yeah, so like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And that's all I got for this week. So
until next time.
Peace.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
I was not ready with the outro.
Here we go.
Thank you for watching The Wheel Reads.
Until next time.
Okay, bye.
Get your Coast Guard certified life-saving device ready and strapped on.
Oh, where are we doing tonight?
What kind of strap on you talking about? Sure.